Hey, what's going on, everyone? How is everyone doing on this Saturday night for Saturday, October 6th? So, October, November, December, right? So, we are in the last quarter of this year. So, this year is gone. It's gone. Yeah, well, I'm doing my podcast on the Saturday, as I usually do, as I'm taking it easy. And yeah, so basically, I thought that I was supposed to take my smart car, the saga of my fucking smart car, and that fucking mechanic who fucked me over, you know. So I kept sending him text messages. Listen, I didn't have money back because I took it to your shop 3 times, and then the next morning I couldn't even start the car, so I need my money back, right? And the guy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna send somebody to the parking lot. Where is it located? Let me know." I'm like, "You fucking asshole." I gave him the address of the parking lot, right? Nothing happens. I'm like, I need my money back, because I don't fucking care um, whether you show up or not to check out the car, right? So it had been sitting in the fucking parking lot, right, on Livingston Street. So I went there today. I thought that my office manager had set up an appointment today with Mercedes-Benz in Manhattan, Because I don't want to take it to any other fucking mechanic because I want them to do a diagnostic and give me an estimate of what is wrong and how much it's going to cost, right? And then I'm going to make a decision whether I'm going to trade it in or I'm going to just junk it, right? If they tell me that it's going to cost $2,000 to fix it, I'm not going to spend that much money. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, right? So I thought that's what I thought that I had that. I mean, I woke up late. I had a really great sleep. I woke up around like 2 o'clock, I think, and and um, and then I went to the bagel shop. Got my sandwich. You know, and I was listening to some NPR, and then drinking a lot of water. And then I went. I called AAA because since I have AAA membership, right? So I called AAA, and then I set up an appointment with them. I mean, roadside assistance, for towing, because I needed to tow, obviously. And then the guy who was going to tow me, he called me back and he said, "Listen, if it's in a parking garage underground," I said, "Listen, it's one level down." He's like, "It has to be a flatbed towing truck, so and that towing truck it cannot go down, so you have to somehow bring it outside." And it was already like 3 o'clock, and he was like, "You know what? The dealer may actually be closing soon, so it may not be a good idea, right? Um, to do this today." I'm like, "Well, can you find out and whether that's the case?" I thought they said that they were going to be open until like 7. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna call you back." So in the meanwhile, I called the dealership, right, Mercedes-Benz, and I asked them, "Listen, I have an appointment. I thought I had an appointment," and I gave them, they asked for my phone number. I get the phone number, and they said that my appointment was actually on Monday. I'm like, holy shit. So so what I did was then I called AAA again, and then they canceled the roadside assistant. So I'll have to basically somehow I'll have to call them on Monday again for roadside assistance. But I need to get the car out of the garage first somehow. So I'll have to talk to the garage manager and see how we can get it out. Right. Right. So that's what I'm going to do on Monday. And let's see what happens. Right. And they're going to do a diagnostic and all that. And let's see what the hell happens. So fucked up, man. These fucking mechanics, right? They think they know what the fuck they're doing. Instead, they fuck you over. You know? This is so fucked up, man. I have few venues that I can go through to defame this guy, what he did to me. And you know, people suggested to me that I should contact like a local news or radio or even on Yelp, you know, giving the worst reviews, right? So that's the situation with my car. The guy fucked me over, and I'm gonna fuck him over, hopefully. So yeah, then after that I came home, and then I was just sitting home, and I didn't, I was just relaxing, just listening to Bill Maher, his show on HBO, Real Time with Bill Maher, or Jeff Bridges, the actor. He was on, along with other panel guests that he had invited. I didn't know that Jeff Bridges was doing philanthropic work to end the hunger among children, right? Yeah, that fucking sucks, man. Like, people are hungry, that's a different story, but if the children are hungry, especially in this country, I mean, we waste so much fucking food, dude. We waste so much fucking food, I can't believe this. And you were telling me that there are children who are going to bed every fucking night hungry in this country. It's so fucked up. That is so fucked up. I'm not a philanthropist, but I'm just saying based on the facts. You know how much fucking food we waste in this country? It could probably feed the whole fucking world if we don't waste it, right? Like I ordered yesterday from this Mexican place, right? And I have the whole platter here, right? But I really didn't like eat. Means I'm eating a little bit now, right? But this is going to go into waste. I'm not saying that the leftovers should be given to hungry kids or hungry people in this country or anywhere else in the world. I'm saying that, you know how all these like supermarkets where they sell food, they actually eat like junk all the food after a certain time when nobody buys it, right? That food actually is not bad as long as the expiration date is not today or yesterday, right? So why don't you fucking ship this food to people who are hungry? I don't understand. But in any case, so without going on a rant on that one, which I thought was a genuine rant besides my smart cars rant, right? And then what happened was that I got a weird message from my sister, text message, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I got angry and I sent her like some angry messages, text messages back. I'm like, I'm gonna block you. You're just like fucking, you know, like I said something to my dad on WhatsApp, but I didn't say anything bad. So I don't know why she was acting like a bitch. And she was calling me an asshole. I'm like, dude, why she's calling me an asshole? I don't understand. I don't deserve this. Fuck this shit. And I told her, listen, I said something to my dad, and stop acting like my dad, and it's between me and my dad, and stop being an asshole yourself, because I don't want to be called an asshole for no fucking reason, right? I was really pissed when I saw her text message. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I don't fucking understand. But in any case, so I left the family group on WhatsApp. I'm like, fuck this shit. You know, I didn't say anything bad, and I get called an asshole. I don't understand. I feel like somebody like shot me in the fucking head. Or slapped me really hard for no fucking reason. You know? Um, but in any case, so yeah, so I texted my brother on WhatsApp. I told him, listen, she called me an asshole for no reason, and I have lived a very harsh life, and reading text messages like that just gives me depression. And I told him, listen, if I have blocked her on my cell phone, and if I want to talk to her again, I want to set some terms as to how we interact, and that's what I'm going to do. And then I saw an email that she sent to me, to my personal email, saying, I'm sorry, if I hurt you. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to reply to her tonight, but I just want to say something very factful and tell her, listen, you are one of my greatest sisters, as all of my sisters are, but I just want to set some terms, because I'm not an asshole. Well, I mean, I'm an asshole when it comes to people fucking like ripping me off, just like this fucking asshole, mechanic. And and so I'm gonna send her a very factful email, without being angry or any of that bullshit. But I got really angry when I saw her text message, and I'm like, what? What? But in any case, so yeah, so I read her email, and she was like, oh, I'm just on your side, enjoy your life, and this and that. But I'm like, okay, how do you want me to enjoy life when I get text messages like these from you? I don't know. I just. But in any case, I'll reply to her. I have blocked her on my phone. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. I mean, what have I done that I deserve to be called an asshole? I don't know. Yeah, I'll reply to her. I'm sorry, I'm just ranting on that one. You know, um, I think this is one of the other reasons why I want to live my life alone, because involving people and this and that. I mean, she has helped me out on many levels. including pulling me off from graveyards and all that, right? But then at the same time, I feel like I need to take my own life in my own hands, which I have, and I'm a successful businessman. I need all I need is just one woman. I think I'm going to settle down, and she was going to help me out in finding somebody, from the area where I come from, and this happens, and I'm like, I don't want you to find me a woman, or I don't need your help. Just leave me alone, something like that. But I think I use some foul language, so that just like gives me a heartache that I had to tell her in that language because she called me an asshole. So I don't know how am I an asshole for what? What did I do? But in any case, I'll reply to her tomorrow during daytime. Not tonight. I'm just gonna do my podcast tonight, and I'm just gonna take it easy, watch a movie, and yeah, that's it, man. I mean, what else can you do, right? You deal with life in a professional manner. Sometimes you say things which come out of your mouth, but you have to hold your horses, and that's the key to life. Hold your horses. This world is like an ocean. It will erupt and tsunamis and this and that, but you gotta be a fucking rock in the middle of the fucking ocean, dude. That's it. You can't be moved. You can't be intimidated. You can't by life. You can't be intimidated by like anything in life. That's how you have to live your life, just like some sort of like a fucking Iron Man or something like that. So for that you have you spiritually very. I don't know if I want to use that word spiritually, but in your heart you have to be very strong. The inside of you has to be very strong. Outside is just it's like pollution. So you have to rely on your inside and not be angry, or don't reply to your sister with text messages like that. But it was, I don't know. I mean, but in any case, so it's already 17 minutes, ladies and gents. I'm sorry for being sort of emotional because me and my sister, we have been in the same city. We've been living in the same city, looking out for each other for a long time. So it's kind of emotional for me to interact with her in that way. But in any case, I want to cover a lot of great topics as I usually do, and I assume and presume you all relate to, right? So yeah, I was pissed, obviously, during the week, with the whole fucking week, with my car, and I was sending this guy text messages. Are you sending somebody? This is the address. This is the parking lot. Are you sending somebody? Sending somebody. And then he actually gives my number, I think, to one of his guys, and then he was like, "Who's calling me?" And he was like, "We can't do anything because it's in the parking lot." I'm like, "Okay, so you get it out. It's not my fucking problem because I paid you guys $1,100, and now I can't even fucking start the car, right?" And I was so pissed. I was so pissed, and I'm like, "Dude, what do you want me to do? I took my car 3 times to your fucking shop. I paid up to $1,100, and you didn't even fucking fix anything. Next morning, I couldn't fucking start the car, and now you're telling me that you can't do anything because it's in the underground parking garage. Okay, so take it out. It's not my problem, you know. Take it out. It's not my problem. I'm not gonna fucking pay anybody to take it out of the garage, right? Fuck that bullshit, dude. These people are crooks. Fucking crooks, dude. Fucking crooks. So Monday again. Sorry, I'm sorry. I apologize. Monday I'm gonna tow it using AAA to Mercedes-Benz, and let's see what they say. Because I don't want to junk it, man. It's only like 2013 model, and excuse me, with 41,000 miles on it. You know. So yeah, so that's my story for today. Last night I just took it easy, you know, as I always do. All right, so so what's in the news? Oh, there's a lot of fucking things in the news, dude. I mean, you know, I have all the apps on my fucking phone, right? You know, CNN Money, CNN Regular, you know, BBC and all that, right? But yeah, a lot of things are happening, including the circus in Washington, right? Goddamn fucking circus in Washington. And so yeah, so I watched Bill Maher show, right? So that's a very interesting show. I don't know if you guys know. Check it out. Real Time Bill Maher. He does that every Friday night in the season, right? It's on HBO. One of those, right? And then I was listening to Joe Rogan, and you know, Joe Rogan does his own podcast. You know, he's a great guy. He brings in guests, anywhere from neuroscientists to athletes to you know, comedians and all that. He's a comedian, so obviously that's a different world, right? Just like I talk a lot about like tech and all that because I'm an engineer. So they talk about well, I mean, they talk about a lot of things, you know. So yeah, he's a great guy, and then obviously, you know, I listen to Bill Burr. He's a great comedian too, and father of 2 years old. Is that what it is? Yeah, he does his podcast Monday morning and Thursdays. You know, well, I do my podcast Saturday nights. Right? Exactly. Oh, so Thursday night I had dinner with my sister and one of my dad's buddies. You know, we were just there because I was just like pissed off. One of those nights it happened, and I'm like, listen, I need a woman in my life. I can't go on. You know, I can't go on, you know, dating these young chicks, which I've dated like maybe 200 or 300 chicks from the dating websites in the past, I don't know, 3 years maybe. And I just can't do this. I'm ready to like settle down and look, yeah, we're gonna help you out and all that. You know, I said I preferably like to have a relationship that's going to turn into a permanent relationship down the road. You know, preferably with a woman from Hansa, because it just like culturally becomes easier. You know, she speaks the same native language. I speak the same native language. You know, we grew up in the same culture. Although, you know, I've been in America for like 17 years now. That doesn't matter because roots are the roots, you know. Roots don't change. And our culture is very rich, guacamole. Our culture is very rich, you know. It's like a native culture, you know. Mix of like, I don't know, like Russians and Eastern Europeans and heritage and all that, you know, settling down in this like very harsh mountain area in the north of Pakistan. But they have actually built a very strong community culture. Their language, their food, and everything is very, very cultured and very strong, you know. They even have come up with this language which does not even belong to any other languages in the world. It's called language isolate, is that what it's called? It's not a dialect because it's not a sub-language of another language, it's a language its own. So it's a language isolate. But in any case, I don't want to go on about that. But the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, like if I hook up with a woman from Hansa, I would be inclined to accepting, you know, any dates that would suit me, you know, on many levels. Obviously, you can't just like get married, you know, like you don't know her. I don't like the blind dates, but I would like to. But I would like to arrange for something where, you know, we meet and, you know, I get to know her at least. You know, see her, what her preferences in her life are, and what she's pursuing in terms of career and all that. You know, all the practical stuff, you know. Because I can't move anywhere else. I could, but I don't want to because my business is working fine, so I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to move anywhere else at this point in time because my business is good and I want to make some money. You know, fuck that, dude. If you're in New York, if you can't make money, then you gotta move somewhere else. So yeah, I mean, financial stability is very important. It's very important. Don't tell me that you're a fucking moron. Telling you that you don't need money unless you inherited like a fucking large sum of money from your parents. That's a different story. Alright, here, I have some chips, Carol. potato chips, right? Yeah, so I can't move, and I don't want to move. I'm fine with where I am, except for these like fucking chicken shit issues in my life, including my car, smart car. Dude, I'll fucking junk it. I don't care. That car was like only $5,000. Fuck that bullshit, dude. Fuck that bullshit. I don't want to make it like a fucking hassle for myself. I'll just say I can just fucking, hey, does anybody want this car? I'll just fucking donate it to Car for Kids. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Right? And have some guacamole. Why make it a hassle? Like, for example, on Monday. Now I'm thinking, Monday, if I spend 8 hours a day in the office, right, instead of like hassling with the fucking smart car and all that bullshit, right, I charge at least like $200 an hour, right? And if I'm wasting like 3 hours or 4 hours on like fucking towing the fucking smart car, right, and all that, that's like a fucking waste of money. That's like, because time for me is money, and it should be for everybody. Time is money in this world, and so I can be more productive in the office, and like sending proposals or whatever the hell I have to do, right? Work with my engineers and all that. So yeah, I mean, and I'm only like a fucking one stop away from the fucking my office, as I mentioned last time, right? Like some food, it's good. And so I mean, I don't really need the car, to be honest with you. Although I do need the car because sometimes I have to. Sometimes I have to, drive to job sites where trains are very hard, and etc. etc. Right. So yeah, I'll have to decide in between today and Monday what the hell am I going to do with the car, right? Yeah, I think I do need the car. Although the subways are not as bad as in summer, right? And the 4 and 5, I can take the 4 and 5 or 2 and 3 from fucking Borough Hall, right? It's only fucking one stop away, right? And again, they're not as hot as down there as it's in fucking summer. So maybe I should just fucking get rid of the car and instead of the fucking hassle on Monday, and just donate it or sell it, maybe trade it off, right? But I don't want to, because that's like my toy, man. This guy fucked it up. This guy fucked it over, dude. Fucking hate these fucking mechanics, dude. Fucking hate these mechanics. I have to do something to defame this guy because he is a fucking asshole. Fucking asshole. And so yeah, I have to fucking deal with it on Monday, and I guess we'll have to go from there, right? Yeah. 34 minutes, 17, 19 seconds. Everybody, how is everyone doing, by the way? I presume you all are having a great weekend. The weather wasn't that great today. I walked down to my laundry shop, picked up my laundry after I looked at the car. I tried to actually turn it on, with the parking lot guys there, and then it won't start. It won't. So it has been sitting there for like a week. with the antifreeze leak and all that, you know, the morning right before, the morning right after I picked up the car that night. It's so fucked up, man. So fucked up. This guy like fucked me over. And I hope he's fucked over by somebody else. That's all I can say. But in any case, so I don't want to go on a rant on that one, but I guess I did. I'm sorry, I apologize. But yeah, and then I had replied to my sister's email. But all that said, I want to also, complete or finish my podcast. It's already 10:24 p.m. on a Saturday, right? Okay, there we go. So yeah, a lot of news, obviously, and many of those topics I have in my cheat sheet, right? Which I'm going to cover sooner than later. It's already 36 minutes, and I don't want to go on and on about. Oh yeah, my ex-colleagues, they want to have another dinner in October. Well, I mean, sorry, October. At the end of October, they want to have a dinner somewhere in the week of October 29th. So I said, yeah, that's fine. Sounds good to me. And so yeah, I mean, my business is growing, which is a good thing. And I want it to grow more. Yeah, so a lot of things are happening in the world, including some good news. I mean, all these comedians and people like Bill Maher, the best Trump and all that, right? Because he is the elephant in the fucking room. But there is really good news on the economy side of our country, right? They never fucking talk about that. Like, okay, so I'm not saying that I'm up for Trump or any of that, but why don't people just look at the fucking positive things in their lives or in their whatever political bullshit lives, right? Why don't they look at the fucking positive thing? Well, I guess because Trump gives them business in a sense that he says something on Twitter and then that becomes the news, and people like Bill Maher, they'll go on their show and they are like, oh yeah, he said this and that, blah. So it's like bullshit. Without going on a rant on that one, I want to get into my cheat sheet. It's already 38 minutes and close like 10:30 p.m. on a Saturday, although it's not very late for New York. It's not like fucking midnight. But still, I want to watch a movie and then I just want to like pass out. So yeah, I woke up late. I didn't watch a movie actually, but I did watch. I was watching. What the fuck I was watching last night? Ant-Man and the Wasp? No, Ant-Man and the Wasp. No, I think I watched it Thursday night. Ant-Man and the Wasp, right? Or was that Yeah, I was watching one of the other fucking movies. I'm trying to remember, right? I have few topics in my cheat sheet about movies, so look out for that. It's already 40 minutes, so let's just dive into my cheat sheet, right? Yeah, I'm getting old. As I'm getting old, so I have to take it easy more. Sorry, that was my old man moment. I presume you all are having a good time. Whatever the hell you guys doing, right? I don't know what the fuck you guys doing, but whatever the fuck you guys doing, enjoy your time, right? All right. First topic: Facebook breach. Okay, so this is what happened, right? I talked about Facebook's breach, right? 50 million users' data was, I don't know what the fuck happened. Obviously compromised and all that. So Ireland actually, I was reading an article today on BBC. Ireland is actually going after Facebook now. They're investigating because Facebook's international office is in Ireland. So they are going after Facebook, and I hope they actually fucking like bring people from Facebook into fucking courts and charge them with data breach, right? So that's what the Irish investigators are doing, and I hope they find something. It's got to be because nobody knows who actually hacked 50 million user data and why they hacked it for, right? That's the question. That's the fucking big question. All right, so I mean, again, the problem is, I think, even if the investigators go after Facebook, right? But the problem is that I don't think they actually know how the code works or how these hackers actually get into Facebook, right? I think that's the problem. Because now we are in the internet age, and the warfare is now online, and nobody fucking knows how to deal with it, right? It's not like fucking missiles or atomic bombs or hydrogen bombs. It's just fucking internet, right? And all these people, they don't know how to fucking deal with it. I think that's the problem, right? Yeah, exactly. That is the fucking problem. And so I'm sorry, I'm eating chips. And so I don't know. I don't know what the fuck these guys are gonna find out. Or Facebook. Facebook is gonna like fucking probably dodge the fucking bullet this time too. Claiming something very obscure. Well, we're doing this, we're doing that. Bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. You're not doing anything to protect users' data, right? Exactly. So it's an online warfare now. So I'm not fucking part of that because I have deactivated my Facebook account. I'm glad I did that. And with that, I'm moving on to my next topic, Champions League, right? Champions fucking League. It's a European league. Soccer, football, and so there are a lot of great. There are a lot of great players, like Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, and all those, right? I mean, I don't watch any sports, so I don't go to sport fucking bars because that's a fucking waste of time to go to bars, anyways. But Champions League is a very interesting league, and if you guys are following that one, then you know who's winning, right? Obviously. I think I was watching, not watching, but I was listening to, I was reading on BBC that I think Manchester United actually defeated, is that the fucking English league? I don't fucking know. Manchester United defeated the fucking um, Liverpool. Is that what it was? Hold on a second. I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. BBC. Okay, here we go. So, a lot of fucking bullshit is going on. Sports. Manchester United first back to beat Newcastle. Also, Newcastle is defeated by Manchester United. I think in 3-2 goals, right? And then Ronaldo scores as Juve keeps 100% record. Oh, by the way, so Ronaldo was accused of some sexual assault by some lady in Las Vegas. So I don't know. I don't want to get into that. That's fucking where the fuck it is, right? All right. So next topic: 46 minutes, 21 seconds, ladies and gents, and every other gender associates. Okay, so pot use worse than booze in teens. Okay, so pot or marijuana, as you know, is cannabis. It contains THC, which makes you high, right? So apparently, if you use it a lot as an addict, is that how you say it? When in your early stages of life, it can fuck up your brain. That's what it says. Even worse than booze, as per a study. So all you fucking teenagers, you know, you fucking goons and goblins, watch out. First of all, you shouldn't be doing any drugs or any alcohol or any pot when you are like fucking 16 or 17. You should be focusing on your fucking, um, you know, your high school or, you know, your undergrad, wherever the fuck it is. Well, I guess it's easy to say for them. And I think in those years, it's a lot of like peer pressure. I think that's what it is. So don't do it. Don't come under fucking peer pressure. Keep clean, keep it clean. Because if you're boozing or if you're fucking smoking like a chimney, you know, smoking pot like a chimney in those years, then it can fuck up your brain, right? And if you're boozing, it can fuck up your liver. So there you go. Especially in those years. All right, so that's my topic on that one because I read that on BBC. Obviously, there was an article. My next topic is robots and AI. Oh, by the way, so robots are advancing and AI is advancing too. I did order a $44 robot from Amazon, and it's going to be delivered by October 15th. So it has the, you know, it's a big control panel, and then you can like make it move left, make it move right, and all that, right? I'll give you guys an update on that one, but that was interesting. It was only $44, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy this, right? I'm just gonna fucking buy this, and then I bought this, and then I think on Amazon, no, Google actually, Google Shopping. You know, you can find it on Google. So it was just interesting to have that toy, you know. I don't think it's that big. Probably it's this big. Probably, I don't know, like maybe 16 inches, 18 inches. But I'll give you guys an update on that one and how it goes when it arrives. October 15th, right? All right, my next topic, wait but why? Wait but why? Okay, so waitbutwhy.com, one word. I mean, wait but why is one word, and then .com. You guys can check it out. It's a website owned by this guy Tim Urban, right? He has a lot of great topics. He goes into the depth of everything, including like the big fucking ass rocket. I was trying to read. It was very thorough, and why Mars, and etc. etc. and what is Elon Musk's plan, and how does the biggest fucking rocket BFR looks like inside. He was showing the pictures and all that. So you guys can look it up. Waitbutwhy.com. 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 There you go. All right. So my next topic, Ronaldo. I mentioned that Ronaldo was actually embattled somewhere in the past with some like settlement with a lady, and now she's reclaiming that he's actually assaulted her in a hotel in Las fucking Vegas. I won't even fucking go to Las Vegas, dude. I don't know what the fuck happens there. But in any case, so I already mentioned that. It's already 51 minutes, ladies and gents. You can look it up. And Affleck, right? Okay, so Affleck. So Ben Affleck, apparently, he went to rehab for the third time. And he had alcohol issues. So, yeah, so I think on CNN.com I read this article that he actually came out of like a 14-day like a rehab because of his alcohol problems. I don't know. You guys can look it up. But apparently he had issues in the past too. So there you go. I mean, all you alcoholics out there, don't do it. If you're drinking, drink in moderation. Don't drink during the daytime. Enjoy a drink at night, and that's it. And be happy, right? Don't be fucking depressed and all that. All right, so my next topic, Ant-Man and the Wasp, right? Oh, by the way, speaking of which, right, drinking. Joe Rogan had one of the rehab, one of those rehab one of those rehab experts, right? Where he mentioned that when people come into their rehab center, right, they don't necessarily tell them that you can't, if you are addicted to alcohol, you can't drink this. They don't say that. So in a controlled manner, they give them alcohol in moderation, and that's it. It's not like AA, which is like a very, very traditional sort of like a rehab and whatever the fuck it is, right? But they tell them, listen, okay, you want to drink a beer, fine, just drink a beer and then just enjoy it, right? You don't have to like drink like 6 beers or 8 beers. And then just tell me what's the issue. I think that's probably is the new. This probably is the new age rehabilitation, right? I mean, they were talking about all kinds of other stuff, including opioids and all that. That's even worse, man. Opioids and all that bullshit, right? All right, so 54 minutes. My last two topics, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I mentioned that you can actually watch it now on actually Apple TV. You can watch it on Apple TV or even on Amazon.com, and I think also on YouTube, right? Depending on what you use, what your preferences, right? Hulu, Netflix, all those fucking bullshit websites, right? I don't like Netflix. I have never used Hulu, so I don't fucking know how the fuck Hulu works. But in any case, I want to close out my podcast, and I presume you all relate to many of these topics that I talk about. My last topic is the tsunami. So apparently, Indonesia had a tsunami where over 1,400 what the fuck am I saying? Over 1,400 people are dead. Can you fucking believe this? Over 1,400 people are dead. I just can't believe this. That in this day and age, we don't have any fucking infrastructure to save these fucking people, right? I don't know how many people died in Florence. You know, Hurricane Florence. I think 50 or whatever the fuck it is, right? But 1,400, man. I mean, these people need real help with the infrastructure, and they have tsunamis, they have fucking earthquakes. It's unbelievable. It's fucking unbelievable. And I really feel bad for these people in these countries. That's why we need good infrastructure all over the fucking world, including this country, whose infrastructure is fucking failing, just imagine another fucking Sandy happens and what's going to happen in New York City. I don't know. With that, I'm going to conclude my podcast, and I wish you all have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you all next Saturday or Sunday. Most likely Saturday.